FM News. We're on it.
Hundreds of volunteers are taking the search for missing Suzanne Morphew into their own hands this morning.
Yeah, leading that effort is her brother, Andrew Mormon, who joins us now. Andrew, thank you for taking time to join us, and I know you guys are busy, and this has to be the most difficult thing fathomable. I mean, I couldn't even imagine it. What do you hope to gain? Of course, you want to find your sister. It's been months now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why now?
Well, we got to get this done before winter. When the snow flies, the searching's over. That's obvious. And to be honest with you, my whole goal here is to find Suzanne, and I don't believe she's alive. Take her home, give her a proper burial, and closure for my family.
Well, Andrew, obviously taking matters into your own hands, launching this search, do you feel like law enforcement has not done enough?
No, I really don't feel that way, and they are cooperating. They're not involved in the search, but they're supporting us on the back, and to be honest with you, they have just run out of time, money, and resources to do these ground searches, and with the amount of people I've got, which is almost 500, we're able to cover a tremendous amount of ground, so I think we're really helpful to them.
Yeah, it's so awesome that so many people are stepping in to help out. I think the community as a whole wants this figured out, because it's just this giant thing hanging over everyone's heads out there. What happened to Suzanne? What do you think happened?
I think she was abducted Saturday, not Sunday. I don't think she ever got on her bicycle, if you want the truth of the matter. I expect that she was killed and hidden somewhere in the mountains.
And her husband, not involved in this search? Have you talked to him? What's the relationship there?
I have not talked to him. He was invited into the search by Profiling Evil, and he did not respond. We ran into him yesterday, and he was out hanging trail cams with a shotgun on his shoulder and just kind of told us, you know, hey, you're about to step on private property. So we turned around and went back. We did uncover some things on that mountaintop close to the home yesterday that are being processed by CBI and the Sheriff's Department. And we hope to find more today.
Do you think anyone would want to hurt Suzanne?
No, I really don't. I'm afraid this is domestic abuse, to be honest with you.
You think her husband did it?
I think there's a strong possibility of that.
Did you see any warning signs, or was there anything in the marriage that was suspicious leading up to her disappearance?
Not really. I've found out some things since I've been out here about her working with domestic abuse meetings and things out here that kind of make me suspicious, and that's the main things that I've figured out so far.
Well, and I mean, the police, you know, they're still investigating. What have they told you about kind of where this stands now? What happens next from their perspective, aside from the search you guys are doing?
They're extremely tight-lipped about the investigation. They don't want to muddy up a possible jury pool, for one thing, and secondly, they want to protect the integrity of their information they've gotten so far. So we're working very closely with them and trying to be careful not to let that happen.
And of course, Suzanne has 2 daughters. How are they doing? How are they holding up in all of this?
Those poor girls have been in a blender. And, I know Mallory's back at college, and Macy's here in Poncho Springs. I can't answer that because I haven't talked to him.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about what you guys are going to do today. You've got, like you said, 500 people. You got to try to organize all these people to do this systematically. And I know you have some technology that's helping you out as well. What's the plan for today?
Well, you know, everybody should have this GIS downloaded on their phone, which gives information about everywhere you walked. It pings you along the map, and it's doing a really good job. We're real happy with that. We're going to disperse again to Horse Gulch, Dead Horse Gulch. We're going up by the Morphew property again, going to recheck Foose Lake and all the lakes up on Monarch Mountain. We've got some old mines that we got to look at, and that's pretty much the search for today, I think.
I'm sure a very expensive search. Are you funding all of this? And I understand you're using very advanced technology here too, a certain mapping system.
Yeah, that's been provided free to me. The GoFundMe is helping. Some people can't join the search, which I prefer people on foot because it's it's not about money to me, but the GoFundMe account is doing really well, and I appreciate those donations from everyone. And yeah, I'm funding most of the expenses out of that.
Well, and Andrew, I mean, if Suzanne's husband is watching, what would you say to him? I mean, obviously you haven't talked to him much. Obviously he's not involved in this, and obviously you think he might be involved here, as you said earlier. What would you tell him?
You know, I don't think you could live with such a thing, and the smart thing to do would be to go to the police and tell them anything you know, and you know, that's all I have to say.
Do you think there's things he knows that maybe police don't know that could help?
Yeah, I do. I honestly do.
What did you think about the new information that came out from that Daily Mail article where
About the hotel?
The hotel and the coworker of Barry has come forward? That was some interesting dialogue there.
Yeah, and some of that's still coming out. So, you know, the chlorine smell in the hotel room's not right. Some of the timing factors of that evening and morning are not correct, and that's suspicious to me.
Do you feel like police are going to get to the bottom of this? Do you feel like this is going to happen soon? Do you feel like this is going to hang over the heads of everybody in that community and your whole family for years to come?
No, I don't. You know, whether we find Suzanne or not, I'm not sure, but I can assure you of this. They have a ton of information thus far, and I think they're just trying to fill their envelope before they seal it, let's say.
Yeah. Well, listen, I just want to tell you, you need to know that it's not lost on us that Suzanne is a person, is your sister, and is a part of your family. And I can't even imagine how difficult this is for anybody involved, anybody that close to it. So I admire what you're doing, getting these people together, trying to find your sister, trying to find something to at least provide some closure for this. And I hope that you guys have some luck today in tracking down more clues to this.
Yeah, we'll be thinking of you for sure. Heartbreaking
thank you.
story.
I sure appreciate you guys and your coverage. Like I said, if anybody wants to join, go to Profiling Evil. It's quite simple.
All right. Suzanne Morphew's brother, Andrew Mormon there, providing some insight into his thoughts and the process today, and obviously a case that still remains unsolved.
That's right. She's been missing since Mother's Day, so that search underway today. Yeah. We'll be following that story closely for you. 7:21 though. Let's get over to Brooks. He's watching that weather heading on into the weekend. How's it looking out there?
Well, we've got some hazy skies. It's going to be a hot day today. Record